grey. So you can't quite see them. Just on the cards, precariously balanced. So aragonite. We'll have books on crystals coming eventually. Not sure what channel. Wouldn't surprise me if it's Shinto Self-Empowerment's channel, because that's where we use the crystals on the moon transit empowerment shifts. Energy empowerment shifts readings, which there's quite a few on there already, some really good ones. We've got ones with the harmonium being used, the tuning forks, all different types of sound healing tools. Oh, there we go. We shuffled it earlier and did prayers and everything. So the card that we've been given for the energies of this read that will carry through to when we go on to the next channel, but we've got another book in between, the 5 levels of attachments, but that can produce a lot of energy. So it's creation. We love magnets. And the spectrum of energies that we're dancing within, the top, the seen, the conscious, aware. Oh, it's grey again as well. Rejection. And the bottom, unaware, unseen, subconscious. Recovery. And the key. Oh, that makes us excited. Yay. Thank you, cards. That's the back of them. Very pretty. And then you have a whole array of colours relating to the different chakras: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. There might be an 8th one actually, because there's grey. Front of the box. Little thing which you can pull them out with. And then you've got the back of the voice box there. Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards. The complete spiritual toolkit for transforming your life, by Tori Hartman, illustrated by GRETCHEN RAISCH-BASKIN. I adore these cards. They are immensely valuable for shifting perspective and creating profound new growth. Sark, author, artist, succulent, wild woman. Set your intentions, break through blockages and achieve your dreams using the 49 cards and workbook of this extraordinary divination system. Each original card connects with a major chakra and represents one of the mystical fables revealed by angels to popular American psychic Tori Hartman following a near-death experience. This oracle contains 49 unique chakra cards, each with its own fairy tale image. 7 sevens are 49, so red, orange, yellow, green, blue. It doesn't have indigo. It's got purple as indigo, and then the grey belongs to the purple, the crown, the chakra crown. So yeah, it's blue, purple, grey. Detailed workbook on how to use the oracle, including divination spreads and chakra by chakra insight to help guide you on your journey. Now, I think we've got a chakra toolkit workbook over there, which we'll be reading out. They're planning to read it out later on. I'm wondering if we're going to be stopping on our Shinto Self-Empowerment page. Yeah, it might be tomorrow, it might not be, I don't know. It hopefully will be soon, because they link together as a package, and we're obviously working on joining the channels together and joining the packages together as we join ourselves together. It's all very symbolic. A personal inquiry and focused meditation for each card. So this is what we are doing now. These channels are for anyone that comes to them, including our altars, but we're designing our own personal healing package for ourselves because the system hasn't been able to accommodate us. Family and friends haven't been able to accommodate us. So we are accommodating ourselves by doing what we're doing and also making it available to everyone who wants to join in. Chakra, so this is the guidebook. You've got little sections. They're really cool. We really like how they're laid out as well. That's our dyslexia, I think. Tori Hartman is a world-renowned intuitive and spiritual teacher. Her motto, "Enlightenment Made Simple," refers to her desire to give people the support they need in order to do spiritual work on their own. Born and raised in the free-thinking atmosphere of New York's Greenwich Village in the 1960s, Tori has been aware of her psychic abilities since the age of 8. A series of encounters with angels that began 25 years ago after a near-death experience revealed the profound fables that were to form the basis of the Chakra Wisdom Oracle. These brightly coloured fables became the backdrop for Tori's lifelong fascination with colour and its power to transform and heal lives. Tori is based in Los Angeles, California. For more information about using the 49 cards of this extraordinary divinatory system to set your intentions, break through blockages and manifest your dreams, visit website chakrawisdomoracle.com. So you can get the spelling in the title. So at 4:58 p.m. UK time is sunset. So that's in half an hour. Contents. Introduction. Chapter 1. First chakra, red, renewal, soulmate, perfection, complacency, insecurity, discovery, acceptance. Chapter 2. Second chakra, orange, service, self-worth, passion, guilt, impasse, perseverance, completion. Chapter 3. Third chakra, yellow, miracle, enlightenment, joy, prayer, dissipating, facade, abundance. Chapter 4. Fourth chakra, green, victim, gossip, perception, growth, grief, trickery, wisdom. Chapter 5. Fifth chakra, blue, bittersweet, isolation, workaholic, vanity, expansion, impatient, quest. Chapter 6. Sixth chakra, purple, despondence, mysticism, faith, gratitude, forgiveness, recovery, balance. Chapter 7. Seventh chakra, neutral, impartiality, rejection, release, instinct, destiny, confusion, creation. Chapter 8. The layouts, index, acknowledgements. Introduction. He who knows others is learned. He who knows himself is wise. Lao Tzu, Tao Te Ching. Welcome to your journey with the Chakra Wisdom Oracle. The stories associated with the cards in this deck are the result of my own spiritual journey that began with a near-death experience in 1988. I'd always had a touch of the psychic, as my grandmother would say. But one day things got really interesting when I suffered a strange dehydration and passed out. I left my body and floated up to the light. When I regained consciousness, angels began talking to me. But I kept this to myself. I was in hospital and thought it unwise to tell the doctors that I was hearing voices. The angels had found a direct route to me. Over the next 5 years, they recited what I believe to be simple children's stories or fables. The angels insisted I write the stories down, but I had no idea what to do with them. So I locked them in a drawer for nearly 20 years. Shiv me dingles. Okay, Zen's opened the window and let himself out. It's actually cold as well. You may be wondering what sparked my interest in these stories after so long. I wish the explanation were more spiritual, but the truth is that a friend, Paul, a very talented graphic designer, came to me distraught because he was in trouble financially. He needed to earn $2,000 by the end of the week, and it was already Tuesday. As we spoke, I looked in a drawer for a notepad and came across the original fable writings. There, in front of me, was the fable of the carrot-coloured cloak, which relates to the perseverance card. This story is all about not quitting before the miracle takes place, and that was my message for Paul. I reminded him that we never earn money, we attract it. See how cheeky it sounds? They know something, but they won't tell the conscious us. I explained that he had to set an intention and believe above all else that it could happen. I turned him loose with the fable and the meditation, and of course to make phone calls for work. I mean, believe in God, but lock your doors, right? Thursday morning, a client Paul hadn't heard from in over a year phoned him. He needed a rush job and would pay Paul $2,000 the following day if he could do it overnight. That did it. Paul was convinced in the power of manifesting. Within 2 months, he had created $16,000. Over time, as I worked with the fables and they helped more and more people, I realized that together the fables embodied in these cards formed a spiritual toolkit. Because they appear so whimsical, they catch us off guard and give us lessons without the lecture, preparing us for life's challenges. And we've already started so much of this different stuff already. So this is like goodness knows how many times we've revisited certain things. So for us, it just happens a lot slower. So maybe it means the windfall might be bigger wherever it's coming from. Let's hope. Wouldn't that be magical and a story to tell? Starting in the psych ward, where we didn't belong. But for our personal journey, we did, so that we can facilitate others that don't belong in there. Each fable was told to me by a different angel with its own unique voice, which is why the stories are so individual. The fables all came to me in distinct colours, each one bathed in a hue that created a backdrop for the story. Each individual colour powerfully conveyed its fable's message in a visual way. While concepts can be hard to grasp, colour is universal and offers an alternative way to grasp the heart of the story. I soon realised that the colour of each fable naturally reflected one of the colours of the 7 major chakras, wheels of energy in the human body, as each chakra represents specific life areas, such as communication or spirituality. Another vital layer of information emerged through this connection. 7 major chakras, the most important chakras, lie on the same line as the body's spine, each one linked to a different colour. And you start with the earth root, red, earth root chakra, orange, sacral chakra, yellow, solar plexus chakra, green, heart chakra, blue, throat chakra, purple, brow chakra, grey, neutral, crown chakra. The highest chakra, the crown chakra, is often visualized as violet. However, in the fables that the angels revealed to me, the highest chakra was associated with neutral colors, such as white, grey, and taupe. TAUPE. I believe this is because spirit, the universal consciousness outside us, is itself neutral. When I began studying the chakras, I felt as though I couldn't understand what the scholars expounded on in their teachings. The entire concept seemed inaccessible to me. Yet I, like everyone else, had chakras. Why then was it that I felt excluded from them? When we started doing the journey with the light, with our Reiki attunements, up to Reiki Master, we went to see the bookkeeping accountancy lady that we did work for on a regular basis. One of her good friends, who was a graphic designer, who also did mediumship channels. And when we went to see her, she had such an ordeal with her heaters and stuff. They'd just blown and all kinds of things, which happens a lot when you're dancing with the energies, with light bulbs and all kinds of stuff. And she said straight away, whoa, you've got a massive beam of white light coming in for your head. So again, it was another external validation that what we were doing was working somehow. But obviously, due to our our beautiful wiring that separated the body and separated the mind from the genius early childhood trauma, dissociative identity disorder, coping mechanism of childhood trauma, has separated it all so that certain alters feel certain things. And which team of alters function in the conscious eye depended what group of energy, what country, what astrological planetary energy was going on, and what mirrors we were being for the people around us at that time, I suppose. Then it hit me. I had to look at the chakras as they applied to me. If our spiritual relationship with the God of our understanding is our own, why not also our understanding of our chakras? If they reside in us, inside us all, they must have a personal meaning for each and every one of us. Let me cite this example. You walk into a store to buy a pair of shoes. Does one size fit all? Of course not. So that's also why we're doing the PDFs then, not just for the viewer. But yeah, because initially we're doing this for us and our alters, aren't we? Doing a healing package. So us alters are the viewers. So we've got to do the PDF because each altar is going to have a different perspective. So they'll do different colours on the colouring in book. And that's why we've got, you can't see it here, but the green thing going up at the back, with it's got a purple thing with mirrors on. In front of that, you can see it up here, the top up here, where my hand is now. So if I do my finger, up there, you've got white, grey, black, orange, yellow. White, grey, brown, red, yellow is what they are. The red's kind of faded a bit and it's a bit ripped. So there's not really much going on in them. There's a few things going on in them, but not much. But there's a similar package of them in those green boxes there. And then we had lots of notebooks like this and a small one that relate to the colour. At the moment, they've come out and they're on our bookshelves for each of our different channels that we've separated the different books into, goodness knows how many times. A lot more organised than when it was done before the psych ward. But their plan was, one of the plans that I'm aware of, was to write questions in the book so that we could then get to know each alter. Because we did attempt to get to know the alternate personalities by name and age. And it caused so much stress on top of the other stress that was going on trying to find the people and the systems to get help and support. So we just left it, and I understand why we left it now, because if we went into focusing, because where your awareness goes, energy goes. So if we went into focusing on names and characters and all kinds of things for the alters, then we'd be creating narratives and more stories, and we'd be creating more separation, more dissociation. So it wasn't important then. So it was working with colours and numbers of more fundamental level without the narratives going on, and so that we can work on integration and co-consciousness. So, I mean, I can guess that the different names, we used to get called Steve at school as a nickname. By a few different people we've been called Steve as a nickname. The name Debs, Debbie, although our middle name's Deborah, and I don't think we've ever really been called them. They're all associations with the name Deborah. Nympho, Neve, Niamh, the Irish way. So all these different aspects, snowflake, will be part of the different altars. But also at the same time, when different traumas or when our heart was broken at different years, that year, the number related to that year and the age we were will also be when the self kept separating to be able to cope with the pain and continue to still radiate a smile and to continue to still radiate love without that pain. And the pain would get separated and put somewhere else until it had to be, that altar had to be revisited and something had to be done with that pain. But the core pain that's gone on our whole life is the protruding discs in our lower back from the horse accident at 15. And they're on L4, L5, the lower lumbar, and L5, S1, the bottom lumbar and the top of the sacrum. And then you've got the twist on the sacrum. And that's your main, the matter, the physical body, that's where your main energetic center is of the Kundalini rising from the sacrum. That's when we put our whatever it is that we're putting together. I know we're putting together stuff now, but this is us preparing the foundations for whatever it is else we're doing, books, courses, who knows. We will have our own vocabulary that will accommodate all, so that there'll be this neutral language in the middle that your academic left brain people can use and your spiritual people can use. Whereas at the moment, there's a separation between understanding and comprehension because of our personal attachments to words, that emotions get tied up in them, that stop this integration and this bridge between the two that needs to happen. So sunset is in 11 minutes now. I think we'll be finished by then, but if not, we put the intention to invite in the sunset energies now. And what if, like us, our chakras are ever changing to reflect our circumstances? What if we could use cards to read our chakras and pinpoint exactly what is going on with us? I believe that our chakras are ever evolving and that we can read our own internal chakra state easily using cards. All in Belief Systems, Bruce Lipton, Epigenetics. Got that book on our Shinto page. Introduction of only so far, I think, or contents, not sure, one or the other. Our chakras relate to our lives today, not just to some theory in ancient books. To help you understand this, each chapter in this book opens with a look at how the relevant chakra relates to you. The insights you receive as you learn about each chakra will make this a profoundly personal experience. All the information you need is already within you. This is, as my motto says, enlightenment made simple. How to set intentions with the cards. As well as using these cards to answer direct questions or shed more light on a particular situation, you can also use them to help you set intentions and manifest whatever your heart desires. Before starting to work with the cards in this way, it's important to have a clear idea what you really want. Write down what you desire in these areas of your life: personal, financial, and creative. 1. Personal. This can be anything from a love relationship to a new circle of friends. Choose just one thing to work on at a time. Make a list of pros and cons of bringing this thing into your reality, into your life. We're going to close that window because it's letting heat out. 2, money. Leaving out the how. Simply come up with an amount that you wish to manifest each month. Just looking at the numbers can give you a sense of relief. And by making your intention tangible, you can offer the universe a signal that you are ready for change. 3, creative. How do you choose to express yourself? Write down your goals, whether you want to create special effects for the movies, make poetry, or lose some excess weight. State your goals positively. Say, I'm committed to being in great physical health, instead of, I'm not going to be fat anymore. Now list all the reasons why you must have these goals. We've done all this stuff for years. We've been doing this type of stuff since 2011 or something, or before. No, we've even been doing it for, because we've got that up there, haven't we? So each of us have been doing our own versions of this since 22 years. Once you have a clear idea of each intention, use the cards to do readings on it to check its strength and learn more about its meaning and how to achieve it. I'm not saying it will take you 22 years. There's a lot of us that have had to get through, and a lot of different things that have obviously had to go on for us. And if you're someone like us that has DID and lots of personalities as well, I'm still not saying it will take that long, because we've been walking and dancing and running and falling the hard steps already, so that we can produce something to facilitate, not a speedy Gonzales fix it. It's still going to take time, but it won't take 22 years. It will be something that dances with the energies of the moon, and it will take anything. Oh, look at this, more course information's coming out. Wow. There will be a fast cycle one that one can do, but it won't be a quick fix fast cycle. It will be a season fast cycle, so 3 months. And then there'll be a 6-month cycle, a year cycle, and then, knowing us, there'll probably be other stuff going on too, because I think we're going to be doing this for the rest of our life, because look, it makes us excited. It's sparking our passions. Once you have a clear idea of each intention, use the cards to do readings on it, to check its strength and learn more about its meaning and how to achieve it. Once a week, go through your list of what you intend to manifest. Then pick a card, read the fable and allow its words and meaning to bring you new awareness in manifesting your intentions. Now for us, we can't do it in this order. So again, we will be coming up with strategies and lots of different perspectives and angles to suit each altar's needs, so that we can bring ourselves all together, and therefore it would also make it more accessible to everyone as well, because everyone works in different ways and learns from different senses and dances different dances. So meditating with a card. In each card profile is a meditation. A few deeply contemplative minutes provide a perfect way of interacting with the fable. Once you have freed yourself from distractions, read the meditation. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, relax, and allow your mind to journey into the meditation. Try to accept whatever happens and do not judge yourself. Not all meditation is profound. When you are ready, open your eyes. If you like, write down your experience. And if you're not great at writing, dictate it into a voice recorder on your phone app or the computer. And if you don't like that, video yourself. Or if you don't have one of them, video yourself. And if you don't like being videoed, you can video yourself, but hide the screen so you've still got the audio. There's many ways to overcome the things that we don't like doing or that we're not comfortable doing. And there's a reason why we're not comfortable and we don't like them. So don't push yourself. Be gentle with yourself, because this type of doing this type of stuff can be exceptionally hard and challenging. So we don't want to do anything that's just going to make it even more harder. We want to make it as fun as possible. When you are ready, open your eyes. If you like, write down your experience, and remember that meditation is simply time spent with yourself, an opportunity to get in touch with the things that matter most to you. And another thing that's just coming to us then is like, well, what about organising what you do and where you put it? So we've got so much stuff on our phone and audio recordings, videos, then in like the rest of it all over the place. But again, what you really need to find, you'll find at the right moment. And if you really need to find it and you want to come back to it, you'll title it. Otherwise, you'll just end up with lots of dates. But there'll be a time when you do come to revisit this stuff. And when you do revisit it, organization will start happening then, and slowly. I mean, we've got loads of printouts again somewhere on organizing laptops and storage and how to organize and file your computer. So like we've got all the information we need. We're just on the round now of getting it and bringing it together. And this was all before the psych ward. Like, we had the seizures end of October 2016. So we've been doing this for a long time. So the card we got was creation. So we will read. You have the bit at the start, which offers you a bit for the overall chakra, each of the cards. And then on the next page, if you don't want to read the whole thing, you have each card summarized going down here. So we'll read all of it. It's getting on a bit, but we don't mind. Chapter 7, neutral. Embrace the spirit of universal consciousness. Overall impression, neutrality. Keywords, enlightenment, consciousness, purpose, wisdom, spirituality, unity, expansiveness. And the clarity that's coming to us now is that we know we're exactly where we're meant to be in each moment, and we're aligned with what we're navigating and juggling and dancing, even though it doesn't come across that way or feel that way sometimes. And we're bringing it all together now in our crown chakra, reading this and doing this. And if you've been brought to this and you're watching it or listening it or doing whatever, it's only because you've got those vibrations in yourself too. And so you must be doing the same on some level, from some perspective, for yourself. So big ups, congratulations. We're making it. We're here and now, in our here and now, our present. I think we're in the planetary energies of Jupiter as well, which is expansion. Manifesting intention. In the 7th chakra, the crown chakra, we reach the place of universal consciousness, which is outside our physical body. You may notice that these cards represent some aspect of our collective being. The idea here is that we all vibrate through our 7th chakra, and in a powerful way, it keeps us connected to our humanity. The cards of the 7th chakra are neutral in color because spirit in essence is neutral. Here, you will receive messages from spirit that are detached from human worry. These cards indicate the higher minded thinking that happens when we align with spirit. The power of holding space can also be seen in the still energy of each card. And of course, we keep saying the void and the darkness, where pure potential and pure creation exists. And that's what this card is, creation. Ding, 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 ding. Oh. Here, you will see how conscious choice can bring you spiritual magnetism. These are the cards of mastery. You've got impartiality, rejection, release, instinct, destiny, confusion, creation. Yes, because we're creating, aren't we, loads of videos? And that challenge we're doing with YouTube, hashtag grow with video, with at Sean Connell on this YouTuber influence channel. We've grown with our videos before the challenge, but we really like that hashtag name, because I suppose we found our community at this moment in time that helps us grow up even more, even though we can't do it how they want it done. But that's okay, because that's not why we're doing it. We're still participating and doing our best. And I think that's why we're doing lots of stuff now, because it finishes on, there's a day off on Sunday, and then there's Monday, Tuesday, the last day, and then Wednesday's the virtual party thingy. So it wouldn't surprise me that after a day of rest on Sunday, which I'm sure won't be a day of rest for us, I don't think our rest is coming until Mercury goes retrograde and the full moon, which probably be like, full moon's the 28th, so it's probably going to be like 27th or 26th, but that's okay. We don't mind. because then we'll shift energies with the moon as she shifts energies. So we were in Taurus, or are in Taurus now, maybe. Aries, Taurus, Gemini is the next one, and then Cancer. So Gemini is the duality of the mind and the pull and to and fro, extra air energy. And then Cancer's the collective house 4, and that's our stunted trauma. So we'll be coming home to our hearts, because we've showed our perseverance and our dedication and our commitment. Thank you, multiversal energies, subatomic energies, and our heart and our body and all of our cellular systems. Mother Gaia, Zendaya, on our beautiful home and shelter over our roof, and our landlord, and just every person and experience in our life ever. For us, life truly did begin at 40, and we had our 40th in the psych ward. About 6 days after the Leo full moon. And so we're coming up to what the cycles that we said earlier of the course, because we're a guinea pig of the course. We're down into the depths of the subconscious psyche and not getting lost down the rabbit holes. The Black Diaries by Jung, can't wait till we read them. We are a divine, feminine, child, adult, female genius. The world needs more female geniuses. And all children are geniuses when they're born. We don't like the word, the dark night of the soul. It's not a very nice word, is it? It doesn't really draw you in to want to do it. The dark night of the ego is a bit better, but we much prefer the fun shadow dance with life. And finding the fun tools to facilitate us on our journey, especially if there's no one else around to support us. I'm sure there's so many people out there like this. And not a thank you for suffering, but thank you because you've been our driving motivation, because we know how much it hurts. And we know how hurt people hurt and how they can't manage not to do it. We've seen it. We've experienced it. And we're someone that finds solutions to problems. We're resilient, we're resourceful. And I suppose this is just a longer term goal or plan that's, goodness knows when this came about. But I mean, we wanted to be a doctor helping out in Ethiopia when we were a kid. And then we wanted to be like a wildlife photographer or a travel photographer. And there's another one as well. Oh. But for these big dreams and these wild dreams, our fingers are starting to look like what they look like if we're in the bath, but we're not in a bath right now, so that's a bit weird, isn't it? But they're going all weakly. So something's happening with our peripheral nervous system right now. It's probably similar to in the poem, and when our senses went funny, and our eyes were wide open, but we couldn't actually see, and we had to use our hand to navigate us. We read and finish more. We almost done now, and we get to finish now and have a break before the 5 levels of attachment. And we don't have to do that if we don't want to. We just go with the moment and see what happens. But it wouldn't surprise me if we do it. Do by normal. There. We bend it more, and then move it that way, and then this way. No, There's a second person watching for a while then. It really changed the energy dynamics. That's why this has got to be done slowly. But they're gone now. But someone's given us a like, so thank you, whoever gave us the like. And we're sorry for the person that left. It obviously got a bit intense for you. We didn't mean it to. We're going to read the summary of each card, and then we'll read the full card in total. Neutral cards at a glance. Okay, we've got to start backwards at creation and work our way to the start. Yeah, okay. Creation. She a shaman. Letting go of old ideas and allowing new growth are primary now. The mission you have been on may be complete. A new dawn is coming, and it is time to open yourself to divine inspiration. The message here is let go. You no longer need to be the warrior. That's reminding us of a photo of the Burning Man festival. We were on a bike. We were tank girl. It's like no one's messing with us. We were on the bike. I think we've got both our middle fingers up. You're not messing with me. No one can mess with me. We've got our zebra outfit as well, which the zebra is the symbol for Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, but we didn't know about it then. And we've got a red, orange, and yellow one. Oh, we do love dressing up. Confusion. Silver cloud. When you are in the unknown, it may be little comfort to know that you are safe. Understand that your angels have brought you to this point. You may need more information at this time. Remain still and allow inspiration in. It will come. And as you can see, for us to remain still, this is what we're doing. So words can be confusing. Find your stillness, and your stillness may not be being still. Find what brings you to your heart. Find what brings you peace. That's better words. Destiny, black and white. Black is the shade that demands to be taken seriously. As it absorbs all the colours, black emits the warm, powerful energy of the protector. Unlike black, white is isolated. Together they balance and create. You will be guided by your angels to what is best for you and all concerned. Instinct. Ow! Wolf of white light. To step into the light, we let go of all senses other than our pure instinct. When unfiltered, it guides us to the high ground and the help of our angels. This is a time to be the protector or to be protected. You will know which role you are in. We really like the fact that we got a thumbs up like. We've not had one of them before, apart from the ones we put on ourselves. But they help too. I'm sure we didn't do that one. No, it's been 0 when we started. We're way out of those energies for a bit. Been on another roll. Rock and roll. Release. It's like, Mama just killed a man. Oh, that's better than the last one. Last time it just killed a man that came out. Shadow grey storm. See all that you are, for you possess a power that you have yet to understand. This may feel daunting, but great freedom awaits as you meet your shadow self. Profound inner wisdom is coming to you. Stand steady. You are more than you know. Rejection, ivory tower. You no longer need to prove yourself. This is about understanding who you are and what you have created. Ivory allows others into your life. Choose wisely. We shall from now on. We don't need anyone ever again. But it don't mean we don't want people in our life, but we know now that our frequency that we resonate outwards will bring us the right resonate frequencies back in. And if not, and we feel that feeling that we get, we'll know to listen to it this time. Oh, yes, we will. Thank you, lovelies. Boy, oh, the toes of my left foot where they join the foot. Oh, agonizing right now. That's good. That's the present left vagus nerve, present communication. And that'll be going to the eyes and the nose and the ears. So the wiring of our eyes will start to sort themselves out too. Oh, our senses are all coming back together again. Or not again, they're just coming back together probably. Or whatever, it don't really matter, does it? Ah. Four of Swords time will be kicking in soon, probably with Mercury retrograde. Not that we can say that very well at the moment. Impartiality, Bahana beige. This is not a time to personally shine, but to allow others to come forth with their gifts. You might find yourself in the role of neutral advisor. Hold the space for others to find their own answers. Advice may not be well received. Be unbiased now. Thank you, cards. Thank you, Tori Hartman. And you've got chapter 8 layouts at the back, but we're not doing that. We're on creation. Sorry. No, we're not sorry. Shh. No, we're done, but I'll tell you all. Creation. She shaman. I will guide you to your muse. The legend. In a time before history, she shaman walks the earth, bestowing artistic talents on a select few. One day, she rests under a birch tree. Oh, white birch oil. It's the one that's out too. We're going to put that on in a minute. And the xylitol, the sugar and the honey that we thought we'd bought from eBay and we hadn't. And so we had to finish off our white sugar, that's the natural white sugar, xylitol from the birch tree. It's all in the frequencies, you know, it's all in the frequencies. What's your personal interpretation of the frequencies? That's what matters. That's what matters. One day, she rests under a birch tree. Hey, says Birch. I want my muse too. Birch entertains she shaman for a long time, singing and telling tales. She shaman smiles. My great friend, you have had your art all along. She vows that from then on, she will give everyone their own gift. To this day, she shaman has never left us. We see her inside every creative work. And creative just means living from your heart. So it doesn't matter what you do, even if it's a left brain job like accountancy or engineer or anything, if you're doing it from your heart with passion, then that's whatever we're talking about. Inspiration. Your path is an artistic one. And that's The Mastery of Love by Don Miguel Ruiz, The Art of Relationship with Toltec. You're the artist of your life, and you're creating your life by everything that you say or do or think or create. Your path is an artistic one. Express your love in a tangible art form. It is time to make decisions. Personal inquiry. Am I waiting for someone's permission to create my life? What do I need to see in order to claim my own gifts? Key ideas. Opening to magic, lasting transformation, divine feminine, awakening creativity, finding your muse, owning your gifts. Keywords: creativity, muse, magic. We were told we were someone's muse once. They wrote a song for us, Flower to My Sun. That's where we first learnt the word altruistic. Meditation. Open a notebook to a clean page. Close your eyes and imagine she shaman standing in the mist, the fog, the veil, holding out her hand. Follow her into the mist. As you walk, she motions you to sit. Ask for her guidance. Pick up your notebook and write. Simply write whatever comes. Do not censor or judge the words. They may mean nothing right now, but they will. Thank She Shaman for her visit. Thank you, She Shaman. We've got a lot of recordings and audios and everything to get through. But what's really popping into our mind right now is this little leather book with Om on it, which, wow, there's actually quite a bit in it. Dream section. More healing using Calling the One. It's got stained and wet. Oh, that was Calling in the One. I think we've been attempting to call in a lover for so long. Dream section, Friday the 2nd of December 2011. Date: went to sleep. I was parked up on the cliff by MOD, start a fence and dreamt. Was parked up in place named above. It's the MOD defence place down here in Cornwall. Named above, and had all my wheels stolen. We were in our Yinny, our van. 4 was by people from a traveller's site further past fencing. I met with them, panicking slightly, but they had to do for peeps from London. Malkins, my cat, that's our cat that we had when I was a kid, had gone missing too. But I think I found her. Was worried most because of money, lack of, to replace the wheels. So that's the first one. Then it goes on to the 13th. When does it go up to? We've probably had gaps in between. Blank pages. January 2nd 2015. Blank pages. Envy, death, health. 30th of January 2020. That's last year, isn't it? It's almost a year ago. So we started this again when we were in it last year, because that would have been after we started the online sound meditation, and probably about 5 or 6 days before we got put in the psych ward. Women Within, Krasik, networks, South brain, body, brain neurons, body fascia, breath union, environment, people, Oz, New Zealand, Spain, Ireland, all of UK, Europe, North Africa, Newfoundland. Looks like we're starting to write down our Earth grid that we've travelled, places we've been to. West America, Nevada, San Francisco, Taurus, Practical Plan, Chiron, key symbol, our Taurus is in Chiron. And then in bed, wind, we can never write a writing, Tao something, still 30th of January 2020 at 9:35 p.m, 3x3, interacting, watching, listening. Summarized format, summarized informal, uncut, breath, this, question mark, color, question mark, number, question mark, nothing. Wow. Wow, we're tracing back our steps of how meditation can re-trauma, but how we surrendered and we embarked on this journey, all of the altars, because the subconscious knows best and knows that it won't give us anything we can't handle. Welcome to witnessing us unravel our story. Namaste. Sononi Snowflake, welcome to the Shinto Yoga experience with Shinto self-empowerment. We're #1 live guinea pig and founder. Take care.